between the Democratic and Republican approaches to the debt ceiling. And in the days since that, Republicans have made that contrast even sharper. Democrats have been clear about our position, very clear, crystal clear. We must raise the debt ceiling cleanly, in a bipartisan fashion, without blackmail or brinksmanship or hostage-taking. House Republicans have taken a different and far more dangerous approach. Rather than affirm the need to raise the debt ceiling together, House Republicans are trying to force the rest of the country into a perilous game of chicken, threatening to withhold their support for lifting the debt ceiling unless everyone agrees to spending cuts first. But to this day, Madam President, to this day, despite more than a month of questioning, House Republicans won't answer one question. What cuts do they want? Where is their plan? House Republicans, where is your plan? I say to House Republicans, enough with the games. Show us your plan. You say you want cuts? Well, what are they? You have an obligation not only to show us, but the American people what they are. These could be quite dangerous to tens of millions, even hundreds of millions of Americans. Are House Republicans going to put Social Security and Medicare on the table in exchange for the debt ceiling? Well, last week, Republicans erupted like wild hornets during the State of the Union when President Biden pointed out the obvious, that many within their own party have been very open about wanting to target security and Medicare, Rick Scott being among them, and he was the leader of the National Republican Senate Campaign Committee. But listen to this one. If you think this is just a few people, a few dangerous people doing this, dangerous on Social Security and Medicare, that is, the Republican Study Committee, which includes a majority of House Republicans, at least half. This is not some fringe group, but half of the entire House conference released a budget last year that proposed raising Social Security retirement age, cutting benefits to certain recipients, and even privatizing some parts of Social Security.
Good evening, friends. Happy Monday to all of you. They have just changed their minds. Republican lawmakers have confirmed that they will not be making any big changes to Medicare and Social Security. New checks are on the way to all eligible seniors and retirees, and these payments will be worth as much as $2,000. So friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, to say thank you so much for being part of this community and for joining me here every day. I will be announcing 2 winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Please, friends, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My friends, the more videos that you watch and then leave a comment on, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. After President Biden pummeled Republicans on Medicare and Social Security during his State of the Union address, Republican leaders urged him to stop telling Americans that the GOP party wants to slash those retirement programs. This week, President Biden paid a visit to Florida and did it again, criticizing the GOP party and escalating a fight that is poised to play out among lawmakers. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise told NBC News after Biden's speech to Congress, the president has been saying that there are people that want to get rid of Social Security and Medicare, and it's been inaccurate for a very long time. Representative Scalise has clarified that they want to strengthen Social Security. President Biden has also torn into a plan from Senate Republican Rick Scott, saying it would sunset Social Security and Medicare every 5 years. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has pushed Biden to back spending cuts, but said Medicare and Social Security should be exempted. So there is no bill with GOP consensus to change both of those programs, although there are various proposals to rein them in over time. Biden's attack stems from a policy agenda released last year by Rick Scott. The agenda included a section reading, all federal legislation sunsets in 5 years. If a law is worth keeping, Congress can pass it again. Democrats immediately said such a policy, if implemented, may cause Medicare and Social Security to sunset, and Republican leaders, recognizing the political dangers, have distanced themselves from it. But Biden has persisted in using that and other GOP candidates' remarks on so-called entitlements to drive a wedge between them and voters who rely on both programs. Biden advisors also cite the 2023 budget by the Republican Study Committee. It is a group of more than 100 House members that proposes to raise the eligibility age for Social Security to adjust for changing lifespans and slow the growth of benefits over time. It also includes Medicare premium support for private plans. Democrats seized on the issue in the 2022 midterms with some success. And now it moves to an even bigger stage. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on all of this? Do you think that Congress will ever be able to come to an agreement? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. For the 70 million Americans who receive Social Security, experts say the significant increase in benefits slated for 2023 is much anticipated and much welcomed. Social Security recipients, most of whom are over age 65, have seen their payments increase almost every year for more than 4 decades just to keep up with the cost of inflation. When inflation is low, as it's been over the past decade or so, those cost of living adjustments, also known as COLAs, have been fairly mild. But last year the increase was big, and this year it's even bigger. Social Security payments for the month of February, worth up to $4,555, will begin arriving in just 2 days. The retirement benefits are issued in waves of 3, and people receive them depending on when they were born. The second round are for those born between the 11th and 20th of a month. It will be sent out on Wednesday, February 15th. The final wave of this month for those born between the 21st and 31st of a month will go out on February 22nd. So the amount that recipients receive is determined by when they retire. So those who wait longer receive more than those who retire earlier. The highest amount is received by those who retire at age 70. They receive checks for $4,555. Those who retired 8 years earlier at age 62 receive only $2,364 as a maximum. Social Security was established in the 1930s, but Congress first increased Social Security payments in 1950 and continued to do so every few years for more than 2 decades. In 1972, President Richard Nixon signed a rule into law that the yearly increase should be tied to consumer prices. Since then, the Bureau of Labor Statistics compares the average consumer price index for workers for the months of July, August, and September of the current year to the average number for the previous year. That percentage change then becomes the annual increase in Social Security payments. COLAs cannot be negative. If there is a decrease in the percent change, there will be no COLA. Well, my marvelous and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Monday. My friends, thank you so very much for joining me here and for being part of this community. If you would like to enter this coming Friday's Walmart gift card giveaway, simply click and like several of my videos, my friends, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. Thank you and have a very wonderful and very blessed Monday.